In the year 2525.
What's up, guys? Shadetree Surgeon back at it again with the broken foot.
Shit.
Now, I'm not usually much for these talking head type of vlogs, but I really just got to get this one off my chest. Plus, I ain't got fuck all else to do right now while I'm laid up in a wheelchair at my house. I'll start this one off with a joke. How do you know somebody doesn't use social media? Don't worry, they'll fucking tell you. Usually quite loudly and quite often. Yes, I'm sure all of you know at least one sanctimonious turd who uses his non-use of social media as a suit of self-righteous armor. And these people usually exist in one of three camps.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Facebook? My time is much too precious to be wasting it on frivolities like social media. Yes, places to go, people to see. Much more important than your time. Oh, well, excuse me. Don't want to get in the way of little Lord Fauntleroy's busy schedule over here. Places to go, people to see, mile a minute every day. I bet you save time every day by shaving while you're driving, too, and brushing your teeth while you take a dump. Maybe shove your tuna salad sandwich and fries into a high-powered blender, creating some sort of easy-to-consume meat slurry, so you don't have to waste part of your important day chewing. Just get the fuck over yourself, would you? This argument against social media is almost exclusively delivered in the kind of smug tone that just begs you to assume that the speaker's time is so much more important than yours. Obviously, they couldn't spend their precious time on such frivolities as social media. I mean, not like you. You must have just so little going on in your life that you can spend all day just lounging around, lavishing away all your time and energy into these virtual worlds. Bitch! I run a small business, have an amazing relationship with my beautiful and loving girlfriend, keep an active social life, both in the virtual world and in meat space, create and edit videos for this YouTube channel, ride motorcycles with all my friends, ride dirt bikes with all my friends, make at least one home-cooked meal every single day, catch all my stories on HBO every single week, read a couple novels every month, and I still have time to open up Facebook for a few minutes every day and check in and catch up with all my friends and see how they're doing. Hey, I get it. Maybe social media just doesn't rank high enough on your scale of importance for you to devote any time or energy towards it, and that's totally fine. A-okay. But when you assign a much lower value to my time in relation to yours, just because I like to spend a few minutes thumbing through Instagram, well, that just makes you a fucking asshole.
Is this real life?
This prick. Oh yeah, we all know one of these guys. The kind of dude who says shit like, "Put down your phone, we live in a beautiful world." Life? Yeah, that's what happens when you're looking at your smartphone. You can't download reality, man. We're so busy liking people's statuses on Facebook that we forget to like the status of the person sitting right next to us. Mom? Yeah, I know I haven't called since I moved, Mom. Yes, I know it's been 6 months, Mom. Sorry, but I've been busy actually living in reality, not this little virtual world that you seem to be so obsessed with. By the way, my rent check is due on the 1st, if you could send that. Oh, now you're telling me you have cancer? Well, let me tell you what the real cancer is, Mom. Technology! Ugh. This egotistical panty waste is easily one of the most infuriating ones on the list for me. It's bad enough already that they just exude self-righteousness from every pore.
But then they try to disguise it with these neo-hippie bullshit platitudes about living in the moment and seizing the day. But no matter how hard they try to polish that turd they call a personality, their self-doubt fueled moral rectitude will always betray them for what they really are. Just another garbage human being who's so riddled with self-doubt that their only yardstick for measuring self-worth is how many people they perceive to be beneath them. You will occasionally see this person on Facebook, but they usually only stop by long enough to drop off some generic meme about living life that they found on Tumblr. They just stop by to drop that off and reassure all you zombies who are pissing your life away on Facebook that they're out there in the world living it up, you know? Just soaking in all that life juice. That precious, precious life juice. Look, I get it. Do some people spend too much time on social media and not enough time in the real world? Absolutely. Some people take too many drugs. Some folks eat too much food. Some people seize the moment just a little too hard and they end up dying of starvation in a bus in the middle of nowhere. Carpe diem, man. It comes down to this. Excess in any form is rarely a good idea. The truth of it for me is social media has made the world just such an insanely smaller place. It's blossomed friendships with unlikely people who live all over the globe. People who I genuinely care about, even though I may never meet them in real life. It's shown me a deeply personal side of cities and countries that I may never get to visit. It's exposed me to so many other human beings, customs, and cultures that I might have otherwise spent my entire life ignorant of. And it does all these things for me without ever really impinging on my real life adventures and relationships. I mean, if social media is such an insanely difficult thing for you to find balance with in your own life, then I feel bad for you. But leave me the fuck out of it. That sounds like a personal problem, motherfucker.
Damn, son.
Facebook, FEMA death camps, they both start with an F. Coincidence? I think not. They're watching us, man. Just you wait. They're storing all your thumbs up and your retweets in some big old supercomputer they keep in the Grand Canyon. Oh, you want this right here? Well, you can come take it, motherfucker, from my cold dead hands. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Bush did 9/11. There were 2 shooters. Obama's the Antichrist. China. Yes, this is the crazy Uncle Ned of people on this list. Usually convinced that everyone and everything is out to get him, and him specifically. He's absolutely positive that our shadowy reptilian overlords will track and document his every move on Facebook, so he stays far away from that trap. But he posts freely and with alarming regularity quasi-treasonous diatribes about overthrowing the government on Reddit. Because, yeah, nobody's watching that. But you might say this one has more than a little kernel of truth to it. After all, Facebook does compile your data. It keeps track of media, topics, and activities that you enjoy. And of course it does. Because they want to sell you stuff. I mean, is this really a shocking revelation for anybody? The folks in charge of social media data collection don't want to stick you in a concentration camp. They want to sell you a t-shirt. Well, more specifically, they want to sell advertising space to a guy who makes t-shirts emblazoned with your favorite sports team or bodily function, so he can sell them to you. This is hardly a new concept. We've been trying to figure out the best and most efficient way to make people buy our shit since buying shit became a thing. Everything from a little Cessna towing a banner that says, "Eat at Joe's," to that whole Golden Palace face tattoo fiasco. The Goodyear blimp, ads on the radio, ads in the newspaper, ads in magazines, previews in front of movies, sponsored race teams, billboards on the side of the road, television commercials, paid product placements, professional athletic endorsements. All of this is specifically designed to sell a certain product or service to a specific audience. I really see Facebook's data compilation as basically a natural evolution of all of this. And what better way to sell advertising space than a direct line into what a particular consumer's real interests are? I mean, the big joke here is that it's just laughably bad at it. When it's not using its impressive cache of data to sell me some shit I bought on Amazon 2 days ago, it's usually trying to foist some ridiculous t-shirt on me that loudly proclaims its wearer to be a total badass because they pour beer and mix drinks. All because I have bartender listed as my occupation. Way to go, Facebook, really nailing your target audience there. And look, maybe you're just the private type and it just makes you a little uneasy to put all your information on Facebook and now know that somewhere somebody has a file on you with all your likes and dislikes and they're gonna use it to sell you stuff. But I'll tell you, man, no matter how hard you're into My Little Pony shemale porn, you probably shouldn't list it under your interests anywhere, let alone on Facebook. They only ever have as much information as you choose to give them. Now, in conclusion, I know that there are many people out there who have a wide variety of legitimate reasons for not using social media. But for the most part, people avoid it because they're scared of it. It's completely changed the way we view and communicate with the rest of the world, and some folks just can't handle change. I mean, we have been in an ever-evolving social media arms race ever since the first caveman decided to finger paint pictures of himself hunting on a rock wall. And you know what? Even back then, Slag the Caveman probably felt threatened by Magnar the Caveman because Magnar liked to finger paint. He was probably telling all his caveman buddies, "Oh, Magnar over there, Magnar likes to paint pictures of himself hunting. Slag actually goes hunting. Magnar." I mean, people have been decrying every major revolution in the way we communicate ever since the telephone and the printing press, all the way to radio and television, and up to smartphones and the internet. For every single one of these technological milestones, a portion of the populace has stood up and cried, "The end is nigh! Repent, sinners, for the world is ending as you know it." And you know what? They're right. It is the end of life as we know it. And it's up to you if you want to change with it or get left behind.
Lonely but free I'll be found, drifting along with a tumbling